Good day, ma'am. This is Maria Ara Condino, a BS Ed Science student of Bicol University, Tabaco Campus. The assigned topic to me is the outcome-based education. Outcome-based education, or OBE, is an education in which an emphasis is placed on a clearly articulated idea of what students are expected to know and be able to do. That is, what skills and knowledge they need to have when they leave the school system. It is sometimes also called performance-based education, which is an attempt to measure educational effectiveness based on results rather than on inputs such as time students spend in class. The student learning outcomes constitute the criteria by which curriculum is developed or redesigned. Instructional materials are selected, teaching methods are adopted, and evaluation is conducted. First, transparency. Focusing on results, outcome-based education generates a transparent expectation of the top results. Students can understand what they expect, and teachers can understand what they need to demonstrate throughout the course. Clarity is very crucial as it is necessary to be clear in each category or in all level so that learners are able to advance and also to describe all the data and abilities necessary to accomplish this outcome. Second is playability. Teachers can structure their classes according to the students' wishes by reading transparently what needs to be done. Therefore, OBE specifies no particular instructional methodology. Teachers are free to teach any methodology of victimization. They will even be able to acknowledge diversity among students by victimization numerous teaching and assessment techniques in OBE since it's a student-centered learning model. Instructors will facilitate students to grasp the concept in any manner. May each study guide, cluster work, seminar that will facilitate students' learning. The next one is analysis. In OBE, instructors will analyze the results a student has accomplished, in which area they are upgraded to analyze the talent and provide individual assistance and steering to meet their demands. This helps teachers and institutions. They also help teachers to monitor the development and enhancement of the student. When it comes to participation, student participation in an institution is also an important component of OBE. Students measure squarely should attempt to learn to themselves so that the fabric is fully understood. Inflated students' involvement permits students to feel to blame for their own learning and that they will learn a lot through this individual learning. The first one is opposition to testing. Critics claim that existing tests do not adequately measure students' mastery of the stated objectives. Some parents also object to the use of standardized tests because they think it's unfair for school to require the same level of work or to use the achievement test for improvised or disadvantaged student as they do for more advantaged student. The OBE philosophy insists that assessment models be carefully matched to the stated objective. High-stakes tests are not required in an OBE system. Norm reference tests are prohibited. Portfolios, daily assessment, teacher opinions, and other methods of assessment are perfectly compatible with OBE models. Furthermore, the OBE approach does not permit special, lower standard for students who have been badly served by public education in the past. When it comes to outcomes, it always has an inappropriate outcomes. Many people oppose OBE reforms because they dislike the proposed outcomes. They may think that the standards are too easy, too hard, or wrongly conceived. The next one is it has a lack of evidence that OBE actually works. OBE is a loosely bound collection of ideas with little uniformity in the way it is implemented from case to case. This makes it difficult to test OBE's effectiveness in a way that applies universally. The vagueness of OBE's conception of a measurable outcome is a particular challenge, both in implementing an OBE regime and in testing its effectiveness. In fact, there is a little published evidence that OBE actually work. Next on the list, it is an extra burden on instructors and educational institutions. Critics sometimes oppose OBE because of the burden it imposes on instructors. More broadly, a burden that they regard as unjustified by any evidence showing that OBE actually improves learning outcomes rather than issuing a single letter or number to summarize an entire term's achievement. And the last one is the dislike of something that is not OBE. Many criticisms of OBE are actually criticisms of other things that are introduced with an OBE system. Many people opposed OBE reforms because the OBE reforms are packaged with other reforms. OBE reform is often packaged as part of a comprehensive school reform model which promotes constructivism. We can apply OBE to real-life situation that can help us enhance our learning process. We can now apportion outcomes-based education in the process of designing program curriculum. The outcomes of the learning are emphasized and predetermined. OBE is expected from the learning after the students have graduated in order to equip them with the necessary skills and capabilities before they enter the workplace. Then go backward with curriculum design, program outcomes and course outcomes, development of instructions, delivery modes, appropriate assessment methodologies. Learning and applying OBE enrich our capabilities to attain our goals and aims. I learned that OBE is one factor that supports every curriculum to be implemented to obtain the main objectives. Applying it refers to the real-world scenario. It serves as the backbone of our objectives to achieve our goal. That's all for today. Thank you for listening.